Hey, hi, hello. My name is Angelina. Full-time weirdo, aspiring full-time artist. I feel like I've been not necessarily in a creative rut, but I feel like not necessarily like I'm in a creative rut, but I feel like I am not creating up to or living up to my creative potential. And I feel like that comes down to a few things. I feel like I am largely afraid of following my dreams. And I think this right now is the first time that I've ever acknowledged that I'm afraid of being an artist. I'm afraid of what that means. I'm afraid of how I'll be able to afford my life. I'm scared that it won't be enough, that I'm just gonna be caught in this constant cycle of starting over and trying again and never actually getting anywhere. And I decided in 2026 I really wanted to take my art very seriously. And I really want to put as much as myself into this, because as much as I'm afraid of my dreams coming true, I'm more afraid of them never coming true and being stuck in this fuck ass cycle that I'm in, where I'm constantly broke and unhappy, and I can get out of the fucking rat race a little bit. That would really, really feel good. If I could do that, I probably will live a much longer life if I'm able to be successful in this way. I've never wanted to be famous. The idea of fame sounds incredibly disturbing and uncomfortable. It feels like there would be too many eyes on me as someone who really doesn't like to be acknowledged in public, if that makes any sense. I prefer to stay in the shadows because that's where I'm more comfortable. No, that's not true. I prefer to be a cryptid. I want to be a local legend. And that is all to say that I am going to challenge myself this week, since I have most of this week off from work, which is unfortunate for my bank account. But I think it will be a nice little creative reset for me. The challenge is to draw in my sketchbook every day for a week. So 7 days. 7 days of drawing or painting. But it has to be with physical media, and it has to be in my sketchbook. And I think those are, that's it. I'm gonna do for 7 days of art making, 7 days of sketchbooking, 7 days of drawing, however you want to put that. And yeah, we're gonna try this. I finished the 7 days. Hooray. I will say I really, really enjoyed the challenge. It really put me into a very good creative mood, and I wrote in my journal. I completed my 7 days of drawing challenge. The last one felt particularly cozy to me. I really enjoyed the art challenge. It was nice to have a consistency/routine baked into my day. It's another little ritual that I think I want to add to my life going forward. I feel much more creative for it. So of course the first one is bugs. This one I did some drawings in pen, a little bit in pencil as well, and we have it's supposed to be a red velvet ant, and then after that I kind of just had fun and did whatever kind of bug, whether or not they were real or not. That's one thing that's been stopping me from making more bug drawings, because I love bugs and I love drawing bugs, but I feel like, oh, I have to make one that's real and correct, but that's not true. And so I was like, let me calm the fuck down and just have fun. You'll see this frequently a lot. I do a lot of stars in my background. I think it's just like a little motif that I add a lot and that I come back to frequently. And I tried out this thing with a kind of pattern in the background. with different colors. So I tried that out. That was pretty fun. Um, I also really like the blocking that I did here. It feels kind of scrapbooky the way that I did this. So that's that page. This one is it's a car. This day I was watching David Cronenberg's Crash. Weird fucking movie. And I got to the scene where one of the characters is tattooing the emblem on getting the emblem tattooed on himself. And I was like, this would be great art. Let me make some Crash fan art. So that's what I ended up doing here. So this one was fun. I did like a sketch and pencil and then colored it over with crayon. I really like working with crayon, especially in my sketchbook. I feel like it entices you to play. I'm surprised I got this really nice metallic situation going on here. This was really fun. Here's the next one. So there's not a lot to say about this one. I just needed to fill up the page, and I was like, let me draw a bunch of fish and sea creatures. So I did that. I intended for it to be mostly marker and colored pencil. And it ended up being more colored pencil than marker because my markers are all dead, apparently. Very sad. I had these markers for like way too long, and I was inspired by someone else on YouTube. I forget who it was, but they did something like this in their journal for their monthly page, I guess. With like the different boxes, and I thought that was fun. So I wanted to replicate something like that. And then these little like flowers, I was thinking and was inspired by like SpongeBob. Once I started drawing the fish, I was like, oh, I gotta do something like SpongeBob related. So that's why I did that. I think the color combinations are pretty fun. This next day, here's where you can see again the star motifs in the background. I was listening to Boyfriend by Ashnikko. I want my boyfriends to kiss, lock lips. And I guess these are the boyfriends in question. They're kind of like just doll designs for these other dolls that I've made before. Like this guy, Lawrence. So I was just thinking about like different designs similar for similar dolls. His name is Stuart. This is Georgie. This is Holland Daisy. And I think this person's name is gonna be Felix. I didn't want to name him Felix because there's someone at my job named Felix, but I really do want to name him Felix. Also, nickname is El Wee Wee. So yeah, I had fun there, just being silly. So this next one is just a drawing of a tiger. Again, crayon, right? No, colored pencil. I think this is colored pencil. Yeah, this is colored pencil. I rewatched the movie Dust Bunny by Brian Fuller. Fabulous movie. The end credit song is Tiger by ABBA, and it was stuck in my head, so I drew this. So this one, you could tell that it was literally just before bed. because what the fuck is this? We got the star motifs. It's Will and Hannibal from the TV show Hannibal, but as an alien and the abductee. Tell me, Will, do you still deny the creature growing inside yourself? Um, yeah, I don't, I don't have any explanation for this. And then the last one, as I said, coziest one, sweetest one. It's little Sterling. It's little Sterling, and I drew him because he was sleeping on a blankie. And I love drawing him. He's getting old, so I'm like, I need to make as much art with my little doggy as possible. So yeah, that that is my 7 days of drawing challenge. I hope that this inspired you to do your own drawing challenge of 7 days. If you do, please post it and tag me on Instagram or Tumblr, wherever you are. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!